And yes, we are live. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all our fans, followers, viewers. Welcome to Pinoy Lokal, of course, our newest segment for 2023, Entrepinoy, where we feature Pinoy businessmen to their journey to the world of entrepreneurship. Partner, how are you? What's for lunch?
Naku, wala pa. Kakatapos lang ng training, tapos trabaho pa. So, kape-kape muna tayo, partner, bago bago matapos ang show. Pero hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone who's watching right now. Thank you so much, Bagtas Productions, for also helping us with this segment namin na Entrepinoy, because we are given a chance to interview Filipinos who are making their name, putting up their business sa ibang bansa. So, partner, ikaw, kamusta ka naman dyan? At
I'm all
gabi
good.
dyan sa'yo.
Yeah, it's 8:02 p.m. here in Portland, Oregon. Survived the day again from work, and so excited that we'll get to interview again another Pinoy businessman dito sa Entrepinoy, newest segment ng Pinoy Lokal, of course, by 89.5 The Player. Without no further ado, please welcome another businessman who is on our show for today. Please welcome from Quick Pack Ship and Ship. Is that right? Quick Pack and Ship. Fahz
Yes.
Diaz. Fahz, hello to you. Welcome to Pinoy Lokal and Pinoy.
Salamat. Thank
Hello,
you.
hello. How
Go
are
ahead,
you?
Fahz, if you want to give a shout out to your friends, family, fans,
Yes.
followers, lovers, enemies. Joke. Go for it.
No. Just want to give a shout out to all my supporters within the community, especially from my friends back at home, my family back at home in the Philippines, as well as in Maryland, where I'm originally from. Without everybody's support, that actually pushed me along the way within the business. It helped me grow. I thank my wife. I thank my wife's family to kind of help push this business through where it is now, and it's actually what it's becoming and expanding in services wide to make sure that this business kind of reaches out to the local community as well as beyond just this county alone. Throughout the 100 counties and even nationwide, even the world if possible. So thank you. I appreciate it.
Awesome. Awesome. And we appreciate you for guesting on our show. Last week, we get to interview Glenn Mendoza of UMac, North Carolina. And now it's your turn to share your story.
Yes.
All right.
And I'm
So,
sure it's another promising story, Benny.
correct. With the name itself, I love the name already. Quick Pack. Quick Pack and
I
Ship.
know, right?
Quick pack and ship. Nakakabulol eh, na?
All right.
But it's a
So,
catchy name, actually.
It
it
is.
is a catchy name. It is a catchy spelling as well. If you don't mind telling to us fast, how long have you been with this business and how did you start? Go ahead.
Yeah. So I mean, I'll go back into the beginning. I never could imagine that I would be in this position in retail for as long as I've worked in the hospitality industry. So, yung dating trabaho ko sa DC, I was with the Ritz for about 8 years, 8 to 9 years total, and then altogether with Marriott for about 14 years full service. So I was getting a little bit bored with the industry kasi day in day out, and then pagkatapos sinabi daw sa akin yung isang kaibigan ko, was like, why don't you try sales? So I said, okay, I'll try sales. And fast forward into it, I met my wife, and I moved down to North Carolina. And once I got established here, I still did sales and leasing apartments kasi katulad din yung sa hospitality, but leasing sales. And then um, during the promotional status in leasing apartment sales, uh, COVID hit, of course. So everybody, it felt like the world was a standstill, and I was doing notary on the side. So meron akong nahanap yung course daw sa notary course, and I took it. And I said to myself, it's like, nag-iipon ako yung pera, katulad to. So, well, galing. So, afterwards, I did that for a couple of months. Then, pagkatapos I got tired of the whole sales process, day in, day out. And then sinabi ko, it's like, oh, ako na yung business owner, So, I,
Wow,
yeah,
that's
I
good.
quit that. I
Yeah.
quit that job just all of a sudden, walang plano kind of deal. But, sinabi ko, it's like, oh, malakas tong makikita ko sa notary. Kasi, church traveling ako yung nagka-closing loans, and, meeting people, and creating those business relationships now along the way, seeing the whole entire North Carolina, kasi out of 100 counties, like, I've been through about 60 or 70. So that's,
Yeah.
and a lot of mileage dun sa kotse ko, so. But
That's what they say, if you want your own business, you handle your own time.
exactly.
Yeah,
I mean,
right?
I still do the notary, the traveling notary from this day. If attorneys will call me, or other signing services from other states would call me, they were like, "Hey, can you do closing for us?" It's like, I can't say no, because the opportunity comes in many different ways or forms, diba? And then um, I kept dropping off docs into one of the stores, and then I got introduced through a business owner that was doing the mailbox. I was like, "Hey, talk to this guy. I think, binebenta yung tindahan niya." I was like, "Oh, talaga?" So I was like, "Oh, okay." So it was like peak of mga May or something like that. And then pumasok ako sa store niya dun sa malapit lang sa Raleigh dito. And then the store's been established for about 25 years. This quick pack and ship Raleigh. And
Mhm.
then he was retiring, so we made a deal. And he said, "Hey, if you want to become the future owner of this company, it's been here for 25 years, established now. By all means, we can give you the keys, and and
Oh,
this is the
yeah.
price." I was like, "Okay." I mean, alam ko yung refinances at that time. There was a boom, as low as 2% refinance lahat.
Yeah, yeah.
I remember that. So I said to myself, it's like, paano yun? Kung wala na yung sa refinance boom, and then hindi ako nag-iipon yung pera, paano ba? So once I got established with retail, I couldn't look back.
It went
But
through.
fast before you went through this kind of business, did you even check your savings account? Did you check the numbers if it's
Or
gonna
you
be
just took a
feasible?
leap.
I did.
Kakayanin ba ng budget ko lahat ng mga ito? Monthly budget, monthly bills?
Hindi. So yung ginawa ko, so I did my due diligence before I went through the finalization process to, to buy the store. Then afterwards, towards towards him handing over the keys and everything was a done deal, I said to myself, I was like, man, dami naman itong retail, kasi puro retail
Uh-huh.
lahat. So
Uh-huh.
established 25 years. So maraming inventory. So I was like, mag-iipon ako, gusto ko lang magawa yung printing, So kasi printing is very precise, And then the landlord at that time, sinabi daw sa akin, it's like, oh, bago kang business owner. So kung gusto mo mag-umpisa yung business dito, kailangan mo remove mo yung business doon sa likod. It's like, how does that make sense if the business itself, the whole product of it is that it's supposed to be front facing next to a shopping center, di ba? When COVID hit, sinabi daw sa
Yeah,
akin, yung business, before I bought the business, sinabi daw sa akin, like, this is a recession proof business, kasi when all the businesses were closed except for groceries, the mailbox stores are open, because
of
people still
course.
need to get their mail,
Yeah,
people still need
that's
to get their
true.
social security, their checks.
Mhm.
Postmaster said, you guys need to stay open, period. So that's where all the businesses were coming from. And then so I was devastated. I tried to pull it off as much as I, you know, try to pull away from not thinking about negative, and always trying to improve myself. So one word that described that feeling of having to close the business within 2 months: perseverance. I had to persevere and keep searching, finding different areas to always, trying to be in Raleigh because, that's what Quick Pack and Ship Raleigh was the name it derives from because it's been in Raleigh for over 20 years. So I want to continue that success. I want to continue showing the people like, hey, even though it was only just that location, I want to take this location, make it better, and then make it my own. So once I found out where the new location was, malapit lang sa bahay ko, of course, I couldn't
Oh,
say no.
nice.
Yeah. So
So nice. So,
yeah,
hawak na niya oras niya.
How close?
And the
1 mile
house
away?
mo.
3 miles away?
it's actually mga 3 miles away lang dito.
Wow,
Oh,
not bad.
okay.
Yes.
Not
Not
much.
bad. 7 to 10 minute drive.
Hindi, 3 minutes tops.
3 minutes. Ang
3 minutes.
bilis ko patakbo.
That's so
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, 20-minute walk
Okay.
home. Did that one night. that was a fun night. And then 3-minute drive kasi meron kaming neighborhoods dito, so only one traffic light. But it's
Oh,
it's
okay.
positioned where it's actually neighboring 3 cities. So I was like, what better way to actually showcase, a mailbox store that no one has a territory around here within a 10-mile radius than to feature that, and especially once I partnered up with Umak to be his drop shipping location here. It's
Well,
it's
that's
endless.
that's
So
good.
Yeah.
Fast, can you explain to us who does the notarization? Who notarizes the? Would you be the one
yeah,
notarizing the
so I
documents?
I basically witness the signers in front of me by verifying their IDs in order for them to make the document legal binding
Yeah.
entity.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
that
okay,
could be
nice.
forms of, for when they're doing refinances, any real estate related um,
Mhm.
closings that they're doing, or documents or deeds, power of attorneys, yun lahat, yung ginawa ko na, yung reverse mortgages, refis, HELOCs, new buyer sellers packages, new construction loans, SBA loans. Eh, dami naman yung
Galing.
So, you shop mo talaga sobrang daming offer, right?
yeah.
You also
The,
do printings of
when
tarpaulins, signages, shirts, jackets, right?
not shirts and jackets, ibang printing yun. Ako
Ay,
yung
ibang printing.
lahat. So now actually, I'm super excited because as I expand the printing side of the business, it's like, the side that I'm always interested in is like the ones that I want to produce in house, and then now I'm actually producing in house like stickers or lahat yung like white labeling sa coffee bags or wine bottles, diba? So
That's good.
Oh, that's nice. Pati
So
pala
you
mga
mentioned,
package.
Faz, you mentioned earlier, you're just 2 years
two
owning
years,
this business.
yes, two
If you
years.
don't mind me asking, how's the return of investment?
Uh,
Yung sinugal mo, kamusta naman ang balik? Kahit papaano, may konting balik ba?
but pinapawisan ko yung sa first year, but
Nakakatakot ba?
oh, papagod yun kasi me and my wife have a 3-year-old, so raising a 3-year-old at the same time, focus on the business too. It has pros and cons, but the pros is they motivate me to do better, to see the growth of this, and hopefully, not only just expand the store. I told my other peers too in the other chambers, and I was like, I'm not here just to open up another store. I'm here to make this franchisable because at the end of the day, quick package ship or not, or it might be another name, whatever. It's like if the processes and the systems are there, it's like, why not?
Yeah.
That's good. But so
Pero,
far, go ahead, Crizel.
no, I was about to ask, Faz, if do you think, because you're lucky you don't have much competition in your area, right?
Oh, meron akong
Meron
competition.
din. But how do you see your company competing with those? Like, I mean, do you join Filipino community or like you sponsoring also Bagtas
Yes,
production shows, right?
exactly.
What are the approaches that you do to be known?
So being involved, especially with local chambers, like I myself, I'm actually an officer for the Filipino Chamber of Commerce of North Carolina, as their marketing director. So of course, like the princess you see behind me, marketing is what I do best because when I got into the sales role and the corporate lifestyle, that's the only way we can do it. It's like we just got to come up with marketing styles, techniques, trying to get people in. Same thing with any type of retail business. It's like trying to get these people in, show them that show them what we can offer to them in value, and show them what we can actually do for the local community. And when I first started the business, puro retail lahat. So I was like, I want to transition away from retail because dami naman masyado, So for me, it was how do I go from here to endless, diba? So marketing is actually the most best. And for me, I'm old school too, so I like to get involved to talking to people face to face, because without that, then there's no connection in between it. Anybody can send an email, but if you don't talk to them in person, then how are you supposed to be a representation of your company if you can't even pitch it?
Yeah. So you personalize every services in your
Oh,
company,
of course.
which and connects with this question, Ethan Jethro. What makes you different from other competitors?
Oh, oh, Ethan, definitely. We're a one-stop shop. I mean, like I said before, it's like the only things that I'm missing here, from Bitcoining, from a cafe, from a hookah shop, is is the ability to actually provide more services for the local community. Their go-to place. As a bulk concierge, we're known to be, like, if you go to a hotel in out of town, you go to the nearest concierge to kind of to know what's in the know. And that put me in a position where it's like, if I get involved with some of the local chamber of commerces in the area, especially now with the Filipino, now I really kind of project not just the idea that it's like, hey, I'm part of this chamber, that's been here long standing with this town or city, but we're also working with other businesses to provide you great quality service. So
Yun ang
that's
maganda pag services ka eh. It's really personal. You can talk to your clients on hand, 'di ba? You give services. But do you think after this, like in 5 years time, how do you see or forecast your business?
I
Like,
forecast it more likely open up other mailbox stores, yung katulad ng sa akin, or branching off the printing business to be more heavily focused on trades for other printing businesses. But who knows? I mean, as I look into the future now, I set goals, and meron akong vision board that was actually made,
vision.
and allows me to actually see from different timelines, how everything's supposed to be played out to achieve those
Wow,
goals.
that's good. Fast. So in 2 years that you're running this business in operations, so far, break even naman or
It's
nakabawi na rin kahit pa paano?
no, business is growing. I'm
That's
very,
good. That's good to
very
know.
It's
thankful.
good.
I'm very
That's what
thankful.
I want to hear.
I, w-
So
I
far,
wouldn't I wouldn't be all smiles if I wasn't.
Yeah.
that's good. So far, in 2 years, what was the great challenge, and what are you expecting? What are
Uh,
you expecting? Like like at least you have a backup plan, if in case a lot of clients will
Yes.
be
There's
coming
pros and
in,
cons. Yeah.
and of course, a lot of
yep.
demanding clients. What would be your backup plan for that?
The beauty part about a mailbox service center, it can be easily emulated without any franchises. Without buying into any franchises. Kasi when you diversify your business, yung nalaman ko that once you have different types of services being offered, how do I scale it, diba? So when Quick Pack and Ship first started, mga 2022 services were being offered. Now, yun na, it's like over 60, over 70 services being offered.
Wow,
So,
good
pang,
job.
I try not to have slow months kasi it's always ramping up to always making sure that mag-iipon ako yung sa different services type. Like for example, like nakita mo to. So mailboxes, that's another services. That's notary, lahat yung bank, a lot of the banks, a lot of what I pitched to all the other chambers is like, hey, if your bank is not allowing you to get notary done, come to my store and I take care of you guys how the bank would do it, shipping and printing and U-Haul and virtual mail. So a lot of businesses that actually do sign up to have a mailbox here, they're not even from the state, they're entities or business entities from different parts of the world that actually look like they look for mailbox centers in katulad din sa akin to actually sign up so that way they can do business in North Carolina. And that's what I always try to strive for. Is just that not only you're supporting local businesses, you're also supporting the economic growth of the state as well. Because the more people are signing up to have their businesses in their state, it can only go up, diba?
Correct.
Yeah.
Faz, right now, do you
Well,
have any employees or do you have any workers? How
Yeah.
many employees do you have in your store?
In my store, it's actually me, my brother-in-law, and then we have a one part-timer that actually works with me. And then on the back end, of course, I support from me being born in the Philippines and coming here in '86. Haven't been back yet either, but
What?
yeah, a part of me
tagal na nun.
still supports the local Filipino community, and by doing so, I also hire virtual assistants.
Oh,
And
nice.
so I
Oh, okay.
have about at least 5 that's working for me right now. That way, it kind of helps operate the back end of quick pack ship, and then my printing business. Para streamline lahat. That's why they was like, when do you have time? I was like, I always have time.
It's good
I always
because
have I
flexible.
always have time. When would that be?
And then you start texting like, it's like, remind me, please.
Yeah, yeah.
But here's the thing, speaking about time, eto tanong ni Benito, ako naman magtatanong ngayon. What's your relaxation aside from this business?
Oh,
Or
I
stress
know you're,
reliever.
di lang stress reliever, syempre yung mga, any extra activities that you're
And don't
doing for
don't tell
yourself.
me counting boxes, okay?
or,
hindi, no?
or, or counting the notaries. Naman.
Oh my gosh. Dami naman filled up books ko. But no, it's seeing my son grow up, to see his personality, to see him grow, to see the excitement and the love and the energy that I once used to have because of him being passed on to him, and spending time with my wife, making those memories, to be able to enjoy those you fruits of labor, so
Mhm. Nice. That's good. Now, my question on that note, since you already have your relaxation with the family time is your quality time, what is your daily routine? Because I asked this to Glenn. He wakes up as early as 4 a.m. No matter how late he sleeps, he
mm.
always wakes up at 4 a.m. How is your daily routine with this business?
Depending if meron siyang eskwela, but um I usually try to wake up mga like 7:30. If not, yung sleeping schedule niya is different. So
Mhm, mhm.
so he usually gets up like 2, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock.
Oh, wow.
Then I start planning ahead by making sure that I get my back end set up throughout the day to make sure that the task is being done. And I always make my to-do list, kasi pang wala akong to-do list, then magulo yung ulo ko, so it's like, oh, I have to do this, I have to do this. But if I try to stay on task on my to-do list, sometimes I can alleviate some parts of it, but at the end of the day, it makes I feel good that I actually had written down something that I can fully accomplish throughout the day. Even though if it's not that day, then it gets passed on for the next day. So para hindi papatong.
Mhm. And Fast, what is your store hours?
Oh,
How early do you open?
so what's great about it is just that we're only open till 6 p.m. from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. because our last pickup for our carrier for postal service is around 5:30 to 6. Sometimes late siya, but okay lang yun kasi ginagawa ko pa lang yung back end office work, and then making sure that that gets taken care of in the daily. But Sundays we're off, which is great because we
That's
always need a
good.
day off. And then and plus there's no shipping on Sundays except for Amazon. Amazon's a whole different story. So and then but Saturdays short hours then, so it's like 10 to 5. So Monday to Friday 9 to 6, and then 10 to 5 sa Sabado.
Ganda. Ang ganda ng oras nila.
Galing, no? Hawak niya talaga
Monday to
oras.
Friday, 9 to 6.
Uh,
Saturday, 10 to 5. Sunday off.
uh,
Sana,
Oh,
sana
family
all.
day. Sana all. O, yun ang maganda pag entrepreneur ka eh. Hawak
oh,
mo
yeah.
oras mo. You can
No
demand.
wonder no wonder he wakes up at 7 a.m. or 7:30.
Late na yun,
He's
ha?
3 miles away.
So, it,
Take note, ilang minutes lang daw yun.
Oo, 3 minutes.
pumulas ako dun sa bahay, mga 8:50 daw, gumising ako like 8:40. So, late na ako. I was like, teka, andun na ako mga like 3 minutes lang eh. So, matulog ako.
Sarap. There's a question here, Faz.
Mm.
Can you share the worst experience and bad
Or bad
customer?
customer experience. I was about to ask that. Good job, Ethan.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Man.
madami. Okay, let's start with the worst.
Oo.
The worst is
Meron
probably
yan.
the ones that you can't control, like for example, pang weather relations, pang merong package papunta dun sa West Coast, and then merong storm that comes in, and then
Okay, ang name ba nito is Karen?
and storm rolls in, and then high value, then
Of
mataas
course.
yung value sa
Yeah.
package din. It, and then they come back in like about a week later. It's like, oh, nasan yung package? The package is supposed to be there, but unfortunately, due to the storm, and they don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear excuses. They want to hear, where is it? I need it now. Saan yung pera ko? So because buy it
Yeah,
like
yeah.
$200 for next day services. Like, but at the end of the day, I have to treat them as I would like to be treated. As not only just as a person, but as we always try to strive for customer service satisfaction. So we have systems and processes for that. So we explain to them what we can actually find in regards to their package, and then we go walk through them step by step of what it is that we're going to do, what we can do, and then if they can't find the package or the package gets destroyed, then we fight for them, because at the end of the day, it's they're the ones that chose us to actually ship with us. So we try to turn every bad experience into a semi good one, and then even though that experience is over, we try to at least follow up with them and invite them to come back to actually take advantage of the other services besides the shipping. So if they need to get their keys made, because we do key services here, if they need to get their
Oh, okay.
Galing. Okay.
latch
So
on
one
latch on
stop
tattoo,
shop.
it's always like yin and yang, diba?
Nice, nice. That's good. Can I have a duplicate of Johnny Rhythm's key?
Oh yeah.
Of Frank? Of Frank? Hi, Frank. So
Diba?
other than with that kind of experience, there are times that it really annoys me because I work for retail as well.
Mm-mm.
If they would say, I'd like to talk to your manager.
Oh, of course. No, I tell them in the beginning, you say, "Oh, ako yung store manager. So this is what I'm gonna do." So I usually tell them what it is I'm gonna do. It's like we're gonna find your package first. So we tell them straight up. It's like, you lost it. We're gonna find it. If we can't find it, I'll tell you what's gonna happen next. But first, then let's try to find it. So I don't try to overpromise something and
Yeah.
over deliver. I try to give them the expectations of what to expect throughout the process. Because if you're not upfront with them, especially knowing this type of business is by off chances that we're always going to lose our package one way or another.
Yeah.
Just as long as that you're well informed about the rules and regulations of what's with shipping, and it's a lot. It's a lot of things to take in. But hey, that's where perseverance comes in.
Correct. And plus, it's really a big factor when a customer or client asks you nicely. You would really love to help them,
Oh yeah,
right?
Yeah, that's
I do my
true.
best.
It's true.
I've dealt with a lot of people in hotels, especially in check-in process. Especially those times where you have to walk these people at the end of the night for night audit to other
Yeah.
hotels because we're sold out. And then, Lord and behold, somebody walks in wearing a wedding dress and the guy wearing a tuxedo. We're here to check in. It's like, I don't know, bro. Like, so I always try to go back into that memory. I was like, do I really want to walk this wedding couple? Like,
Mhm. That is true. Faz, if you don't mind, there's another question from Ethan. Again, how do you see yourself 10 years from now?
ano ba yun?
Ethan really likes
Oh,
you.
actually, nasagot mo na kanina, but I think, yeah, he wants
Yeah.
yeah,
I
he
don't know.
wants you
10
to
years,
answer again. He's
maybe
gonna be rich, very, very rich.
Manifest it. Why not? Claim it.
if 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 I'm rich, then sometimes being rich is not really fulfilling as much. It's all about happiness. For me, it's being happy for spending the time with the people that supported me throughout the whole time, and being able to actually live the fruits of my labor with those that succeeded with me along the process. So it's yeah, I wouldn't mind being that too, but sometimes it's a lonely road up there, especially if you're just the business owner and the only people that you can look towards to is actually the same people that are doing the same business as you, because a lot of the things, being a new business owner in that field or in that market, you only know so much. So I try to lean towards them and ask them these hard questions, like how do you deal with this customer? I was like, how do you deal with this vendor? But also it can translate too with other people that is not in the retail industry, for those
Yeah.
that has more experience in that ways that can improve your business outside of the scope of retail work. So those are the ones I actually want to surround myself with. It's just with people like you guys, like Benny, Crizel, Frank, like you guys are always interviewing people all the time, and you guys are always
Yeah.
and everything. I was like, I want to be like that too. Full of
Yeah,
energy.
because it's really nice because you get the chance to know the person better. Right?
Yeah,
Uh, we-
you guys make those connections. So I try to do that with every type of meetup that I can, especially when the the Tagalog starts coming out, and especially outside of when I'm out with my family, it's like, oh, teka, I got my business cards, teka lang.
Lenny,
It makes-
dapat
Ah,
magawa niya yung challenge natin eh.
wag, baka mag-nosebleed.
Inaasal ni Vince ng Bagtas Productions. Hello, Vince.
Mhm.
You should do Tagalog. That's what he said.
oh my gosh, bro.
Sabi
But it's
dito, sabi
nice.
dito, Paz, sabi dito, 10 years from now, it's going to be called Quicker Packer and Shipper.
My
Galing kay
gosh.
Frank yan.
Hindi, no. No, I mean, quick pack and ship has helped me a lot along the way. But being a franchise, some of the people kind of associate this quick pack and ship with other quick pack and ships in the state. Kasi hindi ko alam, maraming quick pack ship dito sa North Carolina. So what would stand me apart would be, how I would project it, by including the city Raleigh as part of it, So never know. I might buy another quick pack and ship near the future and just change the name altogether, right? So
That is good. Paz, my next question is, what is your opinion with the term customer is always right?
I knew you were going to ask that.
Yeah.
when the customer is always right, yes,
What is your
because
opinion with that one?
because without the customers, it wouldn't be a store. But at the same time, uh, we're always trying to educate the customers that
True.
sometimes they're not in the business of shipping, but we do our best to educate them along the process, because a lot of them, they just don't know. They just, because they're different mindsets of it too. But when
Correct.
we explain to them about how some of the processes works in a summarized form, that it makes them feel confident and comfortable them coming back and repeat business more. And then that's the expectations when they come into the door. Parang parang yung show Cheers, di ba? When
Mhm.
everybody knows your name.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Classic. Classic.
Hindi ko naabutan yan. Joke.
80s, 80s yun. 80s to
Hindi
90s.
ko naabutan yan. Baka
Eh, kasi
pinapangalak.
masyadong literal minsan, it's hard to argue with a very
It's
unpleasant
true.
customer when they keep bragging the phrase, the customer is always right. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you try to be calm as much as possible and to be professional in a way that you are trying to be respectful and polite as much as you can.
It, and
Patience and understanding.
it takes a sense of person to actually to do those kind of things too. And coming from a background experience in hotels, like when I get thrown there, when yung nung umpisa ako, in the beginning, I didn't know what I was doing. But then the more times where people are talking to me, I was like, oh, I see why they're mad. It's not our fault per se. It's the experience that they had from somewhere else that they're bringing here. But let's go ahead and turn this around. So
Learning a lot from you, Faz. Faz, my question now is, what would be your advice to the millennials to be successful in business as well?
Yeah.
Especially, over here in the States, college is
yep,
so darn expensive. You'll be
yep.
owing a lot of money. And what would be at least your advice to them, to the millennials, to enter the world of entrepreneurship?
Yeah. So especially, it doesn't matter what field that you're actually in. What's important is that they're always talking to another person about anything. The more people that you actually talk to, the more comfortable it is that you can actually promote your business or promote your brand. Because at the end of the day, like anybody can send text, anybody can like a tweet, anybody can do a TikTok, but you're only showing face in a screen. So that personal connection with human interactions allows you to express your emotions, express your confidence, your team building skills. But without that, it's like it, better public speaking. That's the most important thing I would say.
Very good. And of course, advocate or assert yourself
Mhm.
to better express on what you feel. But sometimes you have to check your verbiage, I may say.
It ends up in one
Millennials
at
nowadays.
two words yan eh. Ngayon
Mhm.
millennial eh. Millennial
Mhm.
doesn't actually nowadays kids they don't know how to accept defeat. Actually, I'm not generalizing it, but
Mhm.
we were thrown. Our generation were thrown to hardships.
Yep.
And being in pandemic, I know it's a hardship, but parang marami na rin kasing nahinto sa mga kids nowadays. That's why maybe fast can also be a perfect example of being imaginative sa
Have to.
negosyo.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
have to, right? And you
Yeah.
have to also be socialize. Magaling mag-socialize si Faz. Nakikita ko sa internet. Pag may mga shows dyan sa North Carolina,
That's
nakikita ko
good.
he's always present, which is really nice because it's also at one point, it's also, socialization is also one point of marketing, di ba?
Mhm.
Which
Oh,
is, we have to be keeping in touch with other people as well to expand the business. So,
oo naman.
keep it up. Nako, ang ganda. Nakikita kayo, sumasayaw pa yan.
Oh,
Nakita ko sumasayaw siya
Pangod.
ng concert ata si Gian. Sumasayaw siya.
that was back in
That's
the
it.
days when college kids where hip hop dances were a
Oh,
thing for
hip-hopper pala siya
Filipinos.
eh.
So it's like I was like, oh, I could do that too. Oh, parang katulad si Justin, huh?
Oh. But
Fast
anyway,
before,
Faz,
yeah,
yeah.
fast before we wrap
Go.
up the show, again, we are so thankful that you're here. Thank you so much. Malapit na mag 12 midnight dyan sa North
Naman.
Carolina. But please do invite all our fans, followers, viewers, especially over there in North Carolina, to visit your store, and of course the services you offer in your store. Go ahead.
Yeah, definitely. So my name is Fahz Diaz, Quick Pack and Ship Raleigh. We're actually your printing, mailing, shipping, and U-Haul services. We're we're trying to be a one-stop shop. We already know we are, but we do invite you guys to actually stop by on over, check out some of the service that could actually help you out with your business or with your lifestyle, with your family, and we definitely can accommodate that with all your needs. But most importantly, we're not your average mailbox store. We always try to make sure that we come in with a smile, whether if we had our coffee or not.
Did you just say without coffee or not? With coffee or not?
It's like six, 7 cups per day, man.
Yeah, me too. I have like more than 3 cups per day each day. Fast, do you have any social media that they can follow or
Yes,
TikTok?
definitely.
Please go ahead.
TikTok, I don't do TikTok as much. Maybe for other chambers, probably. But we do have an Instagram. Please follow us at QPS Raleigh. And also we have our Facebook as well. So Facebook.com/QPS Raleigh. We try to stay consistent in there. My print shop also is with Precision Print NC, and that's with Instagram. So we're going to be posting a lot more from there. It's just because a lot of the graphic designs that I do throughout the local businesses and the local Filipino community helps showcase that we strive to actually have the one-stop shop, especially when they're getting their printing needs or mailing needs to be sent out, and trade show stuff too, because with not only just printing itself, like I try to go bigger, so as you can see behind me, to go bigger. um, but most importantly, that even though some of our services that other people won't use, besides the Amazon returns, we make sure that we kind of leave a lasting impression, because we always wanted to invite them to come back. And the most important thing that we always hear, it's like, this is convenient, why, it's like, how come I didn't learn about you guys before? It's like, unfortunately, as a small business owner, we don't have the same marketing budget as a UPS store, but at the same time, you're always going to see our smiles.
And smile means a lot. It costs nothing, but it means a lot.
That's right. You get them free every day.
That is
But
right.
anyway, Fast, we would like to show you your commercial for your business. We would like to thank Frank for giving the time, and also Jay
Our
Weber for,
creative, our creative team for doing this. We appreciate you
yes,
Oh,
and
guys.
Jay Weber also for doing the voiceover for this. So here it
wow.
comes.
We know that your life is loaded with stories. Tell yours and we will print it. We take great ideas and turning them into reality. Transforming splendid thoughts into splendid marks. We make it quick. Pack and ship it. We are Quick Pack and Ship, the name you can trust for all your printing, shipping, home and business needs. Serving North Carolina, the United States, and the whole world since 2021. Located at 2920 Forestville Road, Raleigh, North Carolina. Or you can visit manager at qpsrally.com. Owned and managed by Mr. Fahz Diaz. Quick Pack and Ship, your mailing, printing, and business service center.
Yay!
Yeah.
Thank you, Pat.
Diba? Of course, kasama
But
yan dito sa interview namin with 89.5 The PlayRoom. I would like to thank first the creative also, team of our station. Ano masasabi mo, Faz?
Yeah, Faz.
Sa commercial mo.
most
I can
importantly,
see you dancing from down there.
oh, you guys can see me there. Oh my goodness. No, that was awesome. By the way, he's got the music vibe behind it too. So I was like, oh, ako yun. No, but most importantly, before I even reached out to the Filipino community, the first 6 months, I was digging down, refining my tools, refining my resources and my systems here. And then once I finally reached out, I definitely have to thank Vince from Buck Dust Productions to not only accept me as part of the Filipino community, and I tried my best to reach out to all the Filipino communities here in the beginning. But he introduced me to a lot of great people along the way. Kuya Glenn, Vince, Ruth, Crizel, Minnie, Frank, everybody over by Winston-Salem area, Jacksonville, Fayetteville, Charlotte. So like I'm super thankful, and my wife especially for supporting me throughout this journey, as well as her in-laws and my brother-in-law, especially my siblings back at home too. So thank you for giving me this opportunity to showcase what Quick Pack and Ship Raleigh is all about. And
Congratulations in advance, and more blessings, more power to your store as well, to your business, Fahz.
Yeah. Salamat.
Hopefully you won't be Fahz because it's almost 12 midnight.
I know.
Dude, get some rest. Thank you so much for your time. We appreciate you. And
Thank
you're
you.
always welcome here in Pinoy Lokal. Just one message away.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Ayan.
All right. Well, you
Thank
take care.
you
Good luck again.
Ingat.
Ingat.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Anyway, guys, if you are interested for us to make you your own commercial for your business, just do make a message at 89.5 The Playroom Facebook, or with Benny Davis on Facebook, or Crizel Handog on Facebook, and we'll try to make it happen. Anyway, guys, we would like to invite you. Ito na, partner. Ay, hindi pala touchscreen yung ano ko. We'd like to invite you, partner. Sige na.
Of course, Heart and Soul, next week na po, mga kaibigan, sa Clements, North Carolina. For tickets, please call. Ayan po. Matang tagal. Ayun. Ayan. Jaya Heart and Soul, 6355 Jesseline. Clements, North Carolina, 27012. For tickets, please call Ruth at 336-776-8255. Vince at 336-354-3328, or Shell at 919-407-2662. Vince, pasaload naman, please.
Oo nga. Pero balita ko, sold out na ang VIP tickets nila, partner. So,
Galing.
ayan. Sa mga gustong
Congratulations in
humabol
advance.
ng mga Filipino dyan to wanna watch Jaya, ayan, just call the number. May mga available pa ata, pero hindi na siya VIP. Pero guys, napakaganda ng show na to, promise. Kasi it will bring back memories. Yan ang sabi ni Jaya sa ating interview, di ba? Anyway, I would like to invite you guys also. Meron pa kami isang i-interviewin. We will be posting it soon on our Facebook account. So make sure, add us up on our Facebook. It's at 89.5 The Playroom. Ayan, partner.
Correct. And partner, I guess that's about it. Happy, anong araw dyan? Martes ba? Wednesday.
Pala dito. Happy Hump Day.
Happy Hump Day sa Philippines, and wrapping up the Tuesday evening over here in the States as well. You guys take care and keep us always on the background. Of course, 89.5 The Playroom, Pinoy Lokal, and Entrepinoy ang aming newest segment. And always keep it, always in your heart and in your ears. 89.5 The Playroom, we play the hits.
We play nice.
Paalam na po. Happy
Bye.
Hump Day. And paalam. Goodbye.